Welcome to the Dark Files. You are listening to a space where we peel back the layers of the world's most disturbing cases. Today, we journey into a story of absolute power and the violent vengeance it ignited. A case that blurs the line between victim and monster. Before we begin, make sure you're in a quiet place. Some secrets are better heard in the dark. This is the story of the Shadow Attorney. It began with a scent, a heavy, sweet rot drifting through the corridors of a high-end apartment complex in late 1998. When the authorities finally broke down the door of the fourth-floor residence, they stepped into a tomb of luxury and madness. In the master bedroom lay a man in his 50s. He was bound with electrical wires, his body a map of calculated torture. But the most chilling detail was his head. It had been severed from his body with the cold precision of a butcher. This wasn't a robbery. It was a statement. The victim was known as the Shadow Attorney. To his neighbors, he was a man of prestige, often seen in a crisp, high-ranking official uniform. But as investigators moved through the rooms, they found a different reality. The air was thick with the smell of forbidden substances. Drugs were scattered across expensive furniture. Hidden cameras were pointed at every bed. The Shadow Attorney wasn't just a lawyer. He was a puppet master who ran a secret world of blackmail and exploitation from behind his pristine reputation. Enter the couple. A man and his wife, drowning in poverty, looking for a way to survive. The attorney offered them a deal that seemed like a miracle, a room in his mansion and a steady job. But the moment they moved in, the trap snapped shut. He didn't want a secretary, he wanted a slave. He stole their identification papers. He recorded their most private moments. He told them, if you leave, the police will find drugs in your bags. If you run, your children will grow up in a cage. For months, the couple lived a nightmare. The attorney's demands grew darker. He forced the husband into unspeakable acts while forcing the wife to watch. He mocked their dignity. But the breaking point came when the attorney made his final demand. He wanted their infant child. He wanted to legally claim the boy as his own, to raise him in his house of shadows. That night, the fear that had paralyzed the couple for months finally turned into something else. It turned into a cold, sharp resolve. The night of the murder, the attorney was celebratory. He asked for a final party, a ritual of his power. The wife served him tea, but she had laced it with 5 times the lethal dose of sedatives. As he slipped into a stupor, the couple moved. They didn't just want him dead. They wanted him to feel the terror he had inflicted. They bound him with the same wires he used to threaten them. When he woke up to the smell of his own fear, the husband stood over him with a blade. Every strike was for a month of humiliation. Every cut was for a stolen dream. They spent hours scrubbing the blood, trying to wash away the evidence of a life destroyed. They signed his properties over to themselves, a desperate attempt to steal back their future. They fled to a quiet coastal town, hoping the sea would wash away their sins. But the shadow of the attorney followed them. When the police arrived, the couple didn't fight. They sat quietly, finally free from the man who had owned their souls. They were sentenced to the ultimate penalty, but in their final confessions, they said they had already been dead since the day they met him. The Shadow Attorney is gone, but the darkness he left behind remains a warning to us all. If you found this case as haunting as we did, don't let the story end here. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to join our community of truth seekers. We bring you a new investigation every week, diving deep into the crimes that the world tried to forget. Share your thoughts in the comments. Was justice truly served? Thank you for listening to Dark Files. Stay vigilant, and we will see you in the next shadow.